You have many strong responses after your opponent plays e4. Players win more games with the Sicilian defense than any other response to e4. Adding extra support to the center, there will be a battle over d. Developing your knight in the old Sicilian variation. d4 offers to trade a center pawn for the c5 pawn in exchange for more control of the center and quick development. You trade off equal material. Knight takes d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having one central pawn versus black's two central pawns. This prepares your bishop for development. Knight takes c6 captures the knight and attacks the queen. You recaptured. Their queen moves into the game. There was only one good move and you found it. This blocks an attack. They kick your knight with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. Your best move was to move a knight to safety. They missed the right idea here. Makes your life much easier. Your piece jumps in to protect a rook. You are forced to lose castling rights. A clear recapture. A correct move to get their queen out of harm's way. You chase the checking piece away with a pawn move, capturing your hanging pawn. You developed your bishop but blocked you center pawn. They've made a mistake and their pawn is now lost. Your better option was to develop a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. Their move is losing material. This is the only move that works and you found it. You develop your piece while also winning a tempo on the queen, moving their threatened queen to safety. What a bold sacrifice of your rook. A brilliant tactical idea. This is the way to win material. Takes back. You recapture the piece. They block the check from your bishop. Good job, that's what I would have played too. Another piece joins the board for your opponent. That is a great square for your bishop, giving it more scope. Now you have to have isolated doubled pawns, which ruins their structure. A logical capture. They chose kingside castling, getting their king out of the center and activating a rook. Your bishop has more scope from this square. They've improved the positioning of their piece. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Decent move, but they had a better one. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. I like their choice. You found the move that blocks the attacker. They defended their vulnerable pawn by pinning one of your attacking pieces. You kicked your opponent's piece from that square. A correct move to get their bishop out of harm's way. Your queen is now developed, bringing all pieces to the board. This move puts their bishop on a safer square. You captured a free pawn. They played one of the best moves here. That pawn was yours for the taking. They are right on target. You met your opponent's threat with your own threat, moving their threatened bishop to safety. You're losing a bishop with that move, but your position is still winning. They captured your vulnerable bishop. You recaptured. That's playable. Clearly, you don't want to leave your pawn in danger. This move forces your queen to retreat, giving your opponent extra time. You found a safer square for your queen. They blocked the check from your queen. The closer your passed pawn to promotion, the stronger it is. They made one of the top moves in this position, giving your opponent more things to worry about. They attacked your queen, gaining time as it must move away. This moves your queen to a safer square. This move forces your queen to retreat, giving your opponent extra. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. Their blockade slows your pawn down. It can't move forward just yet. Your better option was to pin a bishop to the king. They are threatening to force eventual checkmate. You prevented your opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. That's quite an error. Now's your chance to capitalize on it. Yes, this is the way. They stopped the check by interposing a piece between your queen and their king. No surprise you had to move your pawn to safety. Their rook is in your pawn's path. That was a brilliant sacrifice. A straightforward recapture. Your pawn now promotes to queen. They defended their bishop, which was under attack. You offered your opponent the chance to trade off equal material. I like their choice. Good strategy to trade when ahead. A clear recapture. Correct, of course. Move away from danger.